Good morning. So have you ever had a belief crisis? That's believing that you don't have what it takes to make this work, that you just can't do it yourself? Well, have it happened to you in the past, or maybe it's currently happening, because I have 3 tips for you to negate that belief and get back on track and rebuild your business. So that's what I want to talk to you today about. So welcome. And because this can happen at any time. It's happened to me, and it's no doubt that it will come across your mind that you just can't believe. It happens to other people, but it can't work for me, that I don't have what it takes to really build this. I'm not cut out for this. I've done everything they've told me to do, but I'm not getting the results. It can happen to others. So let's pull you out of that and make things happen and get you back on track. So how many of you have had this happen? And be honest, because it creeps up on you, and I know it certainly has happened to me. And I have definitely felt this way, but now I'm recognizing it. So let's chat about that today, and I have 3 tips to pull you through it and build that belief back up again. So welcome, and so join in the conversation today. I'd love to know where you're coming in from, and if you're on the replay, then still come into the conversation, and I will respond to you later on when you join the conversation. So I'd love to hear back from you. And if we haven't met before, my name is Dodd, and I'm here to inspire, encourage, train you to build your business online and find prospects that come to you so that you don't have to chase after them. So welcome. Today is Mindset Monday, and it's all about believing in ourselves and our mindset and what's going on in there, because if we don't have the mindset, then we can't build this. And that is exactly what I want to talk to you today about, because I know I have been there myself. I have times when, in fact, right now, these days, it seems, with all the things that are going on, and you can't get outside and you can't have a normal life, that it seems to be hitting in. Maybe it's part of that grieving, having changes. So you're grieving that change in your life, and whatever it is, it's starting to affect us, because we've been doing this now for over a month and a half, and it's just, so getting a little cabin fever-ish, and so we're starting to question, why we're doing this and all that kind of thing. And so if we're not seeing the results, then we start to question ourselves and thinking, okay, what's wrong with me? Maybe other people can do this, but I can't do this. Maybe I'm not cut out. And so I have certainly been there. So let me know if you feel that way, that maybe you just want to quit and it's just not worth it. Okay, so let's think about this. So first of all, let's look for the positive and the good in what we're currently doing, instead of looking for reasons to quit, instead of looking for that verification that, yes, this isn't working and this is my reason for quitting, because it's so easy to go down that road. So instead, let's switch that around and look for the positive. What is working? And if we look for the negative, then we will definitely find it. So let's turn it around. So maybe what's working, maybe it has nothing to do with business, but maybe we're developing ourselves as a person. I know when I first started this, I thought, well, even if my business doesn't take off, I will be developing myself as a person. Here I am, going live and talking to the world, which is something that I never would have thought of, that I would be doing quite some time ago. So look for that positive and focus on the good. And then with that, you could be that, percentage that, will get something out of it, and think about, your accomplishments and what you have done and what you can do. And we always, we've been trained well, in this evaluation, 3 things that are working, 2 things that aren't working, and then 1 thing that you might do differently. So so by focusing on more of the positive, then because you can always find the negatives. So we want to focus on the positive. So there's 3 things that are positive, and then what can we do differently? Because remember that we always learn from our failures, So it's by things not working that we say, okay, put that evaluation in there. Ask, okay, what can I do differently? How can I learn how to do this a little bit better? And why don't I try something different? So that 3rd question, what can I do? What might I do differently? So is that resonating with any of you? How many of you can look for some positive things that you have done so far? So let me know what is working so far, because I know, okay, 1 thing is I am getting better at talking to the world. Even it might not be perfect, but it is a step from where I have been. Okay, and the 2nd tip is developing the 6 inches between your ears, that mindset. And so working on this every day, because we all have these limiting beliefs, whether it's about making money or self-doubt, our net worth, our value, the skills, what we're good at, what we're not bad at. So we need to develop the mindset, to invest in ourselves, what's your favorite book, and what can you do next? What would the next step? So that's where it's very handy to have, a roadmap, so that if I start to falter, I can go, okay, well, I have a few things that I can do. What can I do next? And so rather than thinking, okay, well, this system doesn't work, and it's that, no, it's know that you haven't worked. You haven't made it work for you because of your mindset. So, and also in there's also a need to have some compassion. One of the ways that I work on my mindset is I do meditation. I do yoga and meditation every morning. And so I listen to, different meditations, or I just, do my own meditation. And so this morning I was listening to a very good teacher friend of mine, and she's talking about this process of change, and one of the first steps is compassion. So having compassion for yourself, and then having that space, that letting go of just the expectations that we have, because we have big expectations. We want, quick wins and things like that. So letting it go and holding that empty space, so that then our true vision can come in. So whatever it is that works for you, maybe it's a favorite book. I was given some suggestions and I haven't tried it yet. There's a Start With Your Why by Simon Sinek, I think it is. And then also Get Over Your Damn Self by Romy Nustad. And so those are 2 books that were suggested to me, and I'm going to look into that. So whatever it is that you can help to develop your mindset, and put that into your life, at least 10 minutes every day, so that you can work on your self-development, because that is the real key. We have to have that entrepreneurial mindset and that belief in ourselves to keep going, because it is a long and tough road, and it's not like you can just have someone tell you what to do. You need to make a lot of decisions on yourself in this world. And so along with that, the 3rd one is developing skill sets. You know, we certainly need to develop skill sets to grow in this business, you know, whether it's doing lives, you know, telling stories, copywriting, doing presentations, and also some technical skills. So there's lots of skills that are needed. And so as you develop these skills, you have small steps. And so the belief that you can do it doesn't come first. You have to develop the skills, and as you gain that experience, then the belief that you can do this. So like, think of riding a bicycle. You know, when you first got on, you probably fell off a few times, or you had training wheels on and that kind of thing. So you have a vision of riding this bike, but you really don't start to believe it until you start to say, okay, well, this is getting better. And as you develop those skills and that experience, then okay, now I got it. Now I have total belief that I can just hop on my bike and ride away because I spent the time to develop those skills. So knowing that, okay, we are developing skills, so just wait for, you know, the skills to develop, and then the belief will happen and the results happen. So don't wait for the belief or the results to take action. You have to take action, and then the belief and the results happen. So you also have to trust in the process. Just like walking or riding a bike, you know, you don't get onto it right away and it happens. You have to trust the process, that the practice will bring the results, and celebrate the small wins. You know, the bicycle with the training wheels. Okay, you went down the street, you have training wheels on, but you went down the street on your bicycle. So celebrate those small wins. And also, when you're learning anything and you're listening to training, the big thing is to actually take action on what you're learning. Just listening to training is wonderful, but you also have to take the action and take those small steps and put it into practice. So if you would love to, that's what I have for you so far. If you would love to dig into this deeper, then I'd love to get on a discovery call with you and dive deeper into this. So if you've gotten some value, message me, because you'll get 30 minutes, you know, just to look at your business and discuss how you can acquire the skills and see those results and develop all your skills. So that's what I have for you today. Find that positive, develop your mindset, and take small steps to gain those skills. So thank you for listening. I appreciate, and let me know, you know, how this is working for you, and what you have to say. Join in the conversation. So be sure to message me, and let's do a discovery call. So until next time, I look forward to it on Wednesday. I wish you a wonderful day, and until then, bye for now.